Kranti Mandir, name of the museums situated in Red Fort, Delhi. Visited it on 3rd September 2022. There were 4-5 galleries depicting British colonialism in India. Let's start with the First World War, started in 1914. This is Komagata Maru, a Japanese streamliner which brought around 400 Indians to foreign, and that plays a key role of revolt of Ghadar back in India. Worldwide, most of the countries were involved in First World War. But one must be wondering what was the role of India in that, because India was not an independent country at that time. Well, that's the actual irony. India was a British colony and it was compelled to contribute by manpower, by food items, by money, or by everything. We lost the precious lives of lakhs of Indians in a war which was never ours. We had to sacrifice with our share of grains by exporting them to feed British when our own people were dying with hunger. We were forced to pay huge taxes in a state of ultimate poverty to fill their stomach with coins. Not only soldiers, but lakhs of Indians such as tailors, shoemakers, washermen, carpenters, cooks, etc. were forcibly recruited for it. Though that was the first time when British government had to award the highest armed forces Victoria Cross to 11 Indians, but the question is, who wanted to be a martyr for that peace? History says none of them. France made a war memorial in the memory of Indian soldiers. Israel set some statues of Indian bravehearts, but nothing could suppress the flame of revolution against British in Indian hearts. In the gallery, one Polish Indian connection photograph was also there, which relates to Second World War. And I remember my Nana Nani were the live witness of that Second World War. Anyway, have a look at this video now.
इंडिया का है हमारा, ये रहा, हाँ इधर ये तो ना इंडिया। अच्छा हाँ ठीक है चलो। बता रहे नहीं आ रहा, छोड़ो।
Soon after the First World War ends, the British government imposed over India the Rowlat Act. In India, it was called Kala Kanun because it was based on na dalil, na vakil, na appeal. That means it was an oppressive law which included arrest without warrants, indefinite detention without trials, and press censorship with no right to appeal. Countrywide Rowlat Satyagraha got started under the aegis of Gandhiji, and people started agitating against this Kala Kanun. It alarmed the British government and they appointed a sedition committee. The sedition committee was headed by Justice Rowlat and was named after him as Rowlat Act. The outcome? Even more harsh clauses of punishment were added into the existing act, the Black Act. Demonstrations, dharnas and protests were carried all over the country, especially in Punjab, which ultimately resulted in Jalianwala Bagh massacre. Jalianwala Bagh massacre has an important place in the freedom struggle of India, and so does it has in Kranti Mandir also. One whole gallery and a section in States Pavilion also dedicated to Jalianwala Bagh. Let's have a glimpse of the replica of the Jalianwala Bagh with the bullet marks, with historic well and all the information regarding massacre. Yes, Exactly. It was the beginning of the end of British imperialism in India. Here on the wall it is written Jange Europe se bagh Jaliyan. And I add in it Yaad Jaliyan. Jalianwala Bagh massacre, which exposed and unmasked the brutal face of British colonialism. Let's have some more shots of the violence against non-violent and unarmed people.
आया ना आया तभी तो लिया लिया मैंने ये देखो लाइट में जितना आ सकता है
This is General O'Dwyer, who had scripted one of the darkest chapters in Indian history. One more portrait was also there, which was a beautiful piece of art.
लाल किला म्यूज़ियम में हम सेकंड गैलरी में हैं जहाँ जलियांवाला बाग की को पूरा ये गैलरी डेडिकेटेड है। इसमें मुझे ये बड़ा अच्छा लगा, ये एक तस्वीर है, इसे देखें आप ध्यान से। ये देखिए, ये देखिए, ये तस्वीर बदलनी शुरू हुई। ये तस्वीर ब्लर हो गई बिल्कुल और यहाँ से इसका चेहरा बदलना शुरू हुआ और ये दूसरा चेहरा आ गया। तो इट्स अमेजिंग, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, इसलिए मैंने इसकी एक ही छोटी सी वीडियो बनाई है ना मज़ेदार?
Though Dyer was not a good person, but his portrait was really mazedar. Dyer committed a brutal and heinous act which was condemned by Allama Iqbal, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Lala Lajpat Rai, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Swami Shraddhanand, and many more prominent personalities, eminent personalities worldwide. But the list of the martyrs is unending, like Shaheed Bhagat Singh, who was just 12 years old of the time of the tragedy, or Shaheed Udham Singh, who took revenge killing O'Dwyer after 21 long years. I pay my tribute to all of them through this couplet. शहीदों की चिताओं पर लगेंगे हर बरस मेले, वतन पर मिटने वालों का यही बाकी निशान होगा. Martyrs never die. This is B.G. Horniman. Basically, he was a British journalist, but he supported Indian freedom struggle a lot, which ultimately resulted his deportation to United Kingdom by British colonial government. Those who were fortunate enough to survive and witness the tyranny had a lot to tell about the helplessness of innocent Indians. One such name was Ratan Devi. She expressed her grief and pain through a poem later. And then, afraid of patriotism of brave Indians, the British government banned the literature also. जलियांवाला बाग ये देखो यहीं चली थी गोलियां, ये मत पूछो किसने खेली यहाँ खून की होलियां, एक तरफ बंदूकें दंदन एक तरफ थी टोलियां, मरने वाले बोल रहे थे इनकलाब की बोलियां, यहाँ लगा दी बहनों ने भी बाजी अपनी जान की, इस मिट्टी की कदर करो ये धरती है बलिदान की, हिंदुस्तानी हम हिंदुस्तानी हम हिंदुस्तानी हम हिंदुस्तानी हम. So, this was the fifth part of our Red Fort visit with sixth and final part. Catch you soon. Allah Hafiz.